want to tell you something.
Closer.
Yeah, a little bit closer.
Hi.
Hi.
Ow! 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 Ow!
Don't you ever with me and alcohol. Got it?
Oh, you got a problem with that, nerd? I'll throw a fireball in your face, because I'm a wizard.
So they were able to get him to the hospital in time.
Yes, he's in the intensive care ward at Our Lady of the Worthless Nerve.
Oh, we've discussed this. Mornings are for coffee and contemplation.
Hey, why can't we be Universe A?
Yeah! We called it first. Besides, this place kind of feels like a bee, you know?
You have my sister. If not, would you like a margarita?
Yeah, and when I see freaks in the street, I never, ever stare at them. And yet I'm careful not to look away, see? Because I want to make the freaks feel comfortable.
There's no crying. There's no crying in baseball.
You're listening to Comic Can Coozie, your weekly podcast for all your geeky garbage, kitschy comedy, and nerdy news. And I know we're late putting this out because we normally do it on Sunday or Monday.
Hey, and
it should be a Thursday throw up, but I'm not drinking.
Not drinking. I am.
I'm Cole.
I'm Tayler. And I'm drinking.
Yeah.
You know, it's been a long week for me, dude. 12-day stretch. That's a long week for anybody. I don't care.
And
who
you've
you
been
are.
you've been going fairly early and getting home fairly late.
Yeah. So I'm just glad that it's all said and done.
I'm thinking I got home till like just before midnight last night.
No, last night was probably 12:30.
Oh, it was after midnight.
Yeah. So anyway, it's done for another year. Thank the Lord. So we'll do it all again next year. So I don't know. I'm just glad it's over and finally get a day off tomorrow. And I know it's supposed to be a relaxing day off, and some aspects of it, it won't be at work. So anything outside of work for a full day, like I'm actually feeling good and excited a little bit to mow the lawn.
Okay.
Because I know it needs to get done.
I think it's going to rain all day tomorrow.
Then I guess I'm not mowing the lawn,
it's
Cole.
Fucking long. It needs it to.
Yeah. And there were a couple of mornings, but you just wake up the next day dreading the grind, and you know what you got to do. So you stave it off. You don't want to, not mow the lawn on your day that you're working, but whatever. Do you ever make a comment like, do you ever start the process of a joke and it's a good joke and it's funny, but it lands way harder than it should have?
Give me an example.
So we're dealing in my job with what they call shrink. Okay. So shrink is what happens when there's unaccounted for loss of money.
Oh,
essentially.
okay.
We don't know where it went. It's gone.
Like inventory's gone or money's gone.
Inventory.
So like people could have stolen it, or it's just been misplaced in the store and you can't find where it is.
Right. Or it could be received wrong, or 100 different things.
Okay.
So I was telling this joke because my former location did really, really bad. Like really bad this year. And this year the new location that I'm at did really, really well. Okay. And what's the opposite of shrink?
Growth?
I call it bulge. Right. So I was telling them that last year we had a bulge at my old location. So we had a bulge, we didn't shrink. We bulged. We had too much, right? Which in and of itself can be a problem, but you definitely would rather do that than shrink, right? So I said, yeah, last year we bulged huge. We had a huge bulge. And I just kept going on it, and I don't know. By the end of it, everybody was laughing so hard at my usage of bulging huge.
I'm glad they were laughing.
I don't know. We were all tired. We were all just at our wits' end. So I don't know.
Anything to take the mind off the fucking
the hellish week that we've had. Actually, it's usually leading up to that. It's usually a hellish month, honestly. But hopefully it's smooth sailing from here. But yeah.
I got to make an apology for it, too.
Oh, thank you. To me, I love apologies.
All right. So, you know how, like, whenever you write up the description for the podcast, I always give you shit? I'm like, Jesus Christ, Taylor, do you not know any grammar or how to spell anything?
Okay, sure.
So, I got to apologize to you because I always give you shit.
Okay.
And last week, after the Thursday throw-up, maybe we drank too much on it because I wrote it up as the Thursday Thor-whoop.
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 Yeah.
Thor-whoop.
Yeah.
Thor. W-O-P.
W-U-P.
Thor-whoop. Whoop. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds like a weird acronym
So
for something.
I looked at my description. I was like, I'm a fucking moron.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
We all are sometimes. That's what spell check is for, dude. And you know, AI has gotten to be so smart that it knows what you want to say before you even say it. Like we use Outlook at work, and so when you're sending emails, it'll auto-populate what the next word should be, right? Or the next part of the phrase. Like if you type in, "Hey, thanks for," and you put C, and it kind of knows what you're talking about. It's like checking on that. And you can hit tab and the whole thing is populated. So AI is the future, man. And I'm pretty excited for it because I'm dumb, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And you are dumb, obviously. AI.
I made a drunken mistake.
Well, hey, that's what's going to be so cool in the future when we can get super drunk at the bar and our cars will just take us home. Or our cars will just crash into a fucking...
They'll just go all Tesla on us and just fucking...
like there's a train
run over a bicyclist.
I saw that. I saw this video of this guy. I don't know if it was a Tesla. It was some sort of automated thing. And this guy was driving, or the car was driving rather, and there was a train just across the tracks. And the car was like, nope, we're going for it.
So dumb.
Fucking the guy was like, oh fuck, put his foot on the brake or whatever, but I don't know. You know what's really crazy, and this is probably gonna be a little bit of a Thursday throw up on my side just because I have a lot of random thoughts in my head and I'm a little tipsy right now. But Tesla truck, you've heard about this debacle.
Those things are so ugly.
They're ugly, but they're also fucking terrible. They're just I don't know if you've seen the shit on this. They are the worst fucking car ever released, I think, since the Pinto that blew up when you rear-ended somebody. Okay? So they have these auto-closing features, right? So you can push the button and the trunk, or what do they call it? The frunk, because it's the front of the whatever. It comes down.
Yeah, like they have on fucking SUVs and shit.
Sure. So they're showing all sorts of videos of okay, if you have a Subaru and you push the auto button and it presses against your hand or something and it's like boop, come back up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Cybertruck, it's so angular and sharp looking that it's got all these crazy edges. So they've got this, auto shut on the trunk, and they were putting carrots and all kinds of stuff in there just to see what would happen if you put a finger in there. It just snaps everything. Apparently this guy put his finger in there, fucked it up. It's like, what the fuck, you guys? I don't know.
Well,
I just feel like I don't know. Like
why are everything he's created looks ugly except for the Tesla? And that thing, I mean, and like I don't know. Like the Cybertruck is ugly. His rockets look like dicks. Like, I mean, the guy's a fucking nut job.
Well, he is, and I think not the problem, but I just think it's he's all about the meme. He's all about that little soundbite, that little thing to, it's so ugly that it will become cool, kind of a thing. That's I think his idea. He's counterculture for the sake of being counterculture.
Speaking of ugly, what about the new Mustangs?
Ugh. 4 doors, dude? Mustangs don't have 4 doors.
4-door Mustangs that
just call it something else. Call it the fucking FUBAR.
I don't know. It's just
I don't know.
No,
Call it anything but
we've
what
seen
that
one in
is.
San Jose.
Yeah.
And I couldn't remember what kind of ugly car we saw. I was like, what was that ugly muscle car we saw that's no longer a muscle car? And you couldn't remember either. And then
family car.
we seen a commercial for it yesterday, and you're like, oh shit, that's it. That's the fucking ugly thing.
You know, I think it's really weird. I guess they kind of did that with the Charger in a way. The Charger still has kind of a, well, I don't know what the new ones look like, but the reinvention or the re-release of the Charger has kind of a, I don't know, Batman, like 1992 Batman the Animated Series look to it.
Oh yeah,
that's how I feel the Charger kind of looks. It's kind of cool, but not muscle car really, but definitely cooler than whatever the fuck they did with the Mustang.
yeah.
I mean, just call it something different at that point, but whatever. You want to have ugly cars? Maybe that's what their contest is. Who has the ugliest fucking electric car in the world? I'm fine with that too, I guess.
So movie popped up on HBO or Max called The Iron Claw.
Did you watch it?
Oh yeah, I wasn't gonna wait for you on that.
God damn.
I'm gonna go.
You
I'm
know
gonna
what?
go. I'm gonna go to the
kinda
Heritage
pissed.
Center and check that thing out pretty quick here because you said you were gonna that I had to wait to go with you. And
Yeah, I did. We just haven't.
you off at all this weekend?
This weekend?
Memorial weekend?
No.
Saturday, Sunday, or Monday?
Tuesday.
Well, we could do it after. I'm off fairly early on Tuesday.
It would be kind of cool to review it. I'd be interested in checking it out. And
That thing at the Heritage Center?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna I'm gonna review this this movie here.
damn it.
The Iron Claw.
You know what's funny is was it last night? No. There was one night I was going to start it, and I'm like, I better wait for Cole.
Oh,
And
I
you're
didn't
real,
wait for you
and
at
you're
all.
a real motherfucker. But I'm glad you got to watch it. Did you watch it tonight?
No, I watched it like a few days ago. But so like I said, I already knew the story of the Von Erich wrestling family, and like I said, it's super tragic and everything.
See, I didn't know that.
And there was so many of them that they didn't even include one brother.
Oh wow!
Because they're like, yeah, we just felt like this movie couldn't handle
Any more tragedy?
One more tragedy, something along
Holy
those lines.
shit. How many brothers were there?
In real life, 5.
Wow. Okay.
And then in the movie, 4.
Okay.
Well, I mean, in the movie there were 5, but one like
Wasn't
this
part of the
isn't
story.
isn't really a spoiler. Like one of them passed away when he was like 6, and so they mentioned him in the movie and stuff.
Okay.
So in real life there were 6, but there were 5 that grew up to become pro wrestlers and stuff.
Got you.
But I don't know, because I already knew the story, and like I never felt like like I was just like, oh, okay, that happened.
Yeah.
That happened.
So-
So I don't know.
For me, I have no idea. I mean, and I'm a wrestling fan.
It really didn't bring out the feels at all, I guess,
Yeah.
as Elijah would say. I didn't get the feels at all.
But how did you feel about
It was an entertaining movie.
How did you feel about the actors that portrayed some of the Von Erichs?
I mean, that was great acting.
Nice. The guy that was in The Bear, right? I forget that actor's
Yeah.
name. And
Zac Efron.
Zac Efron, yeah.
And then the mom, I remember her from this sitcom from the 90s called News Radio.
Okay.
It was really funny. Had like Stephen Root in it and Phil Hartman. And then it had Joe Rogan, and it had Andy Dick before he was completely insane. Like, I don't know.
I was watching some of Andy Dick stuff.
The
but
lady
yeah.
was in that. But
So, yeah,
like those 2 guys that you don't know,
Yeah, I didn't
they were
recognize.
really good actors
Nice,
too.
nice.
Yeah, Maura Tierney.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was a good movie and stuff. I didn't like get to me like everyone was talking about like how depressing it was, and
Sure.
to me I was just kind of entertained.
you knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
Now there were some actual wrestlers in this, right?
Yeah.
I believe MJF, right?
His scene was basically cut. He was
Oh.
he was in it for about 3 seconds in like they showed part of a wrestling match to show that Zac Efron's character was getting depressed.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, MJF was in it for about 3 seconds, but
shit.
all of his actual acting was cut.
Oh, damn. Wow. That kind of sucks for him too, because I know that he's really into that.
Well, and
he is a great fucking actor too.
Before it came out, someone said that it was one of the worst miscasts of all time because MJF is super great on the mic.
Yeah.
And the character he was supposed to be playing was actually very horrible on the mic.
Oh.
So
that's funny.
But I don't know. Check it out. Solid movie.
Gonna.
If you don't know the story, I think it'll hit you a lot harder.
Okay, cool. I mean, I'm not. It'll be cool. I'm excited. I always enjoy a wrestling film. You know, you probably didn't like this one, but I really enjoyed the movie The Wrestler. Just because
I'm happy I watched it, but I would never rewatch it.
I just like it because of
that one was actually more depressing to me than this one because I didn't know what was going to happen.
Okay, got it. Sure. But no, I was really a big fan of that just because they did do a great job of just, these wrestlers that never want to give it up, and you see it still today with like fucking Ric Flair jumping in the ring at 76 years old and
that was the
fucking stroke or a heart attack
that was
or whatever.
The funniest line I had heard about Ric Flair in a long time.
What was that again?
Someone was talking about how it
was on Kill Tony, right? One of the comedians?
One of the comedians, Mark Norman, was talking about how he was on Kill Tony with Ric Flair and someone's like, yeah, and he's like, oh, it wasn't great. He's like, the guy's not really all there. He's basically Joe Biden in tights.
Oh my God. But probably more entertaining.
Oh, yeah. Way more entertaining.
I mean, it's an old guy in tights, right?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know.
Did I talk about, I watched that Baby Reindeer?
I don't know what that is.
Okay, so it was a Netflix.
I think I've heard of it.
It was kind of a crazy Netflix show. It was one of those type of shows that popped up and there was some phenomenon around it a little bit. If that makes sense, a little bit.
Oh, is this the one where it's based on his real life and the guy had like a stalker and such shit? Okay, yeah, that's why I heard of it because Philip DeFranco was talking about it.
Oh, okay. So, I watched that last week or whatever, and it was a good series. It was really well done. Again, really well acted. I felt, but it was weird because it was this guy's story. Okay. And he was telling the story. He acted in it and he wrote it. And I think he even directed it. So he was almost like a Danny DeVito type of thing with Matilda, wrote, acted. And the story was, I don't know. It was weird. That part of it was weird to me.
Dude, it wasn't like a Danny DeVito thing. It was a Tommy Wiseau.
Tommy. I did not. I did not. But anyway, the show itself was super interesting, and I think a lot of people got hung up on the fact that he had this crazy stalker within the series. I don't know how true it is, how not true it is, but I felt like everybody got hung up on that aspect of it. But the overarching theme was so much more prominent to me. Because this guy was telling his story about, how he was groomed and raped and all this really bad stuff happened to him. And it was just about how he dealt with it and how he let this person into his life, And I think a lot of people were more focused on how crazy this fucking bitch was and they sort of didn't really... They just missed a lot of like what this guy was trying to say and what he was trying to tell. So I liked that aspect of it, and overall the series was pretty good, pretty fucked up I mean, with what she was doing and what happened to him and everything. But apparently, this fucking the real Martha, that was her name.
She's suing them for.
Is she suing
for libel because she never actually went to jail, and they said it. And at a point,
is she suing though? I know she wanted to sue, but here's the thing about Discovery. If in the show, this person talks about how he had thousands of voicemails from her, you know, and he recorded everything and put everything on his computer and would listen to these things over and over again. Even if that aspect of it is true, that's all coming out in Discovery. So I don't think she's going to.
Her thing is, like, in the show, apparently at some point she goes to jail.
Yeah,
and so that's the point that she's suing over is because I never actually went to jail.
Good luck, lady. Because
So,
I don't think she'll go through with it because like I said,
or she's attempting to sue. You know, I don't know. It might get thrown out or whatever.
Well, it's not that. I just don't think because she was saying because she went on Piers Morgan, I guess.
Okay,
and she said none of this happened. You know, I had a very brief interaction with it, and this guy just ran with it and is telling this fanciful story or whatever. Okay, but now you have to, if you do sue, which it's her right to do so, all of that stuff's coming out in court, dude. So I highly doubt she will sue just because she wants to preserve. And I was just getting a weird vibe from her on that Piers Morgan interview.
Why the fuck were you watching Piers Morgan?
I was for fun. It was just, I was curious about it. Like, who is this real person?
Piers Morgan?
Yeah, he is a real person.
I was like, who is this fucking guy?
And he is a real cunt, let me tell you. No, he had this real Martha, or whatever her name is. I don't know. If I were her, I'd just shut the fuck up. But that's just me.
So I went kayaking again on Monday.
Yeah, you did. Did you go with 2 people this time?
3, actually. So I was supposed to go with 2 of my coworkers, but one of them had to take care of something, and he didn't really have any control over what time they started. And so we were hoping that we could get out there by like 11 in the morning, you know, and no, got pushed back. So by the time he's able to go, it's like 2:30, and and so then Angela calls us and she says, well, I actually got to pick up my kid from school at 3. Can we meet up at 3:15? And can my daughter come along? And Phil's like, well, I don't have another kayak. And I was like, I got another kayak, you know, like it's heavy as shit, but you know,
and how old is Angela's daughter?
I think 11 or 12.
Okay.
And anyway, so we get this other kayak, and we all get down to Apple Creek, and we decide where we're gonna go and everything. So we're going downstream. So I took the heavy kayak. Angela and her daughter took the 2 light kayaks. And I've got 3 paddles. 2 of them are identical. They're black, and one of them is a little different. I went and bought that one myself. That one's blue. There's nothing really any different about that one other than the color, and that's about it. So we're going downstream. And this girl, I think she was getting a little worried the further away we got from where we started. And
the daughter.
Yeah. Oh. And, you know, I think that was kind of like troubling her, and she was getting tired and stuff. And we're so close to where we were going to wind up, stopping and taking a rest, like this little sandbar and stuff. So we're so close to it. But she's just like, I think she was super nervous about how far away we were from the cars. And,
sure.
And I really do think she was tired and stuff. And Angela goes, hey, look, she's kind of, you know, she's getting a little nervous and stuff. Can we just turn around? And I'm like, yeah, you know, let's do that. So we turn around and we're going upstream a little bit. And I kind of paddle over by her boat and I just look at her. I go, "Hey, switch me paddles." She goes, "Oh, okay." So I gave her the blue one, and then I got the black one, and I didn't say anything beyond that. But what I think I did was kind of mind fucked her, like where she thought I was giving her like the special paddle or like the good one.
Yeah, the pro model.
Because then all of a sudden, like her confidence shot way up, and then now we're going upstream. It's a lot harder going upstream than downstream. Yeah, and she's paddling, quite a bit harder, and she's not nearly as nervous. And I think that one little thing just gave her a whole bunch more confidence.
Sure.
So
I have a really
I made a magic trick happen.
You should go on a TV show called Mind Fucked.
Yeah.
Mind Freak. I do have a dumb question.
Yeah.
And this might sound really dumb, but
Tayler, there's no such thing as a stupid question unless you're asking it.
Well, why did you guys do like McDowell Dam or something?
I didn't want to drive that far.
Apple Creek is just as far.
No, it isn't.
No? Okay. That was just my dumb question.
I don't know. Well, we really could have done Apple Creek. No, I mean, it's a fair question.
No, I was just curious because I know you had mentioned one of your colleagues like just got fucking wrecked doing upstream stuff, and you said that's in a place where the current is quite a bit stronger. Oh, okay. I was just
where we were on Apple Creek. This place, the current isn't as strong.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
At that point, the water is much more shallow, and then
like how deep would you say?
Because what's that?
How deep? Like 4 feet?
Not even.
Oh, really?
Like my paddle will sometimes easily touch the bottom.
Oh, sure.
So that point in Apple Creek is much more narrow and a lot shallower.
Okay.
So that in itself makes it hard to paddle just because your paddle is digging into the sand and the mud. But also, the water's moves faster at certain points.
Gotcha.
So on this part of Apple Creek, there's still a current. When you're when you're going against it, it's still not
Sure.
the easiest, but it's not super hard either.
I want to bring something up for you, Cole, and tell me if you've ever done anything at this particular area of town. Right here at the Cottonwood
Pond fishing access.
This water area. This one's over by the Cottonwood ballpark, but it looks almost like an oxbow lake or something, or I don't know what they had done here. But I'm just curious if you've ever done any sort of kayaking. It's not very big, but I just didn't realize. I seriously, I've lived here my whole life, and I did not realize that we had like a fishing pond or this little area here that. I mean, it's not very big, but
I myself haven't ever done anything over there, but
yeah, it's like a pretty decent sized body of water just kind of in the middle of town.
I think Josh used to kind of hang out in that area with some of his buddies.
Okay. So
but I can't tell you for certain.
I don't even
Is that over by the BMX track?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, here's the BMX track here. And it's just like, what? I can't believe I had never realized that there was a body of. I mean, I always knew about Cottonwood Lake here, or whatever. It's not a lake; it's a fucking pond. But yeah, I had no idea that this was even a little. Maybe you can launch a kayak here. I don't know.
It's so small.
So Cole, tonight, I don't know what I'm gonna do after you head to bed. I'll probably be up a lot later than you tonight. But I'm gonna watch either Alf, Alien Lifeform, or old WWF.
All right.
That's my two options. Why, Cole?
Why not watch the Iron Claw?
Because I'll probably have a few too many iron beers inside of me. So I want to watch that one when I'm sober so I can cry as a sober man, not a drunk man.
All right.
Anyway.
Sorry.
You know what else you got in there? In that little notebook of yours, Cole?
People who ask me where I'm from, it pisses me off.
Like at work?
Yeah.
Okay.
They in the last 3 weeks, 3 different people have asked me where I'm from.
Yeah.
And I'm like, here. And they're like, no, like originally. I'm like, I'm from Bismarck. They're like, well, how come you have an accent? It's like,
because I live here?
Yeah.
It reminds me.
I don't think I sound any different than anyone else who lives in Bismarck.
I don't think so either. Okay. Well,
I always wanna ask, and I never do, like, where are you from? And then if they say anywhere other than Bismarck,
yeah,
just be like, motherfucker, you're the one who sounds funny here. Like,
right. So I remember.
Like, who asks people?
Out.
See, that's another thing that pisses me off when I go on when I go like on a trip with you.
Yeah.
Like, you ask people where they're from, and I think that's rude as shit.
It's not rude as shit.
Yeah.
People ask me where I'm from. I tell them exactly where I'm from. What the fuck are they scared of, Cole? I'm not asking them like, hey, where are you from?
Yeah,
it's more
but
like,
you look like a Nazi.
I'm just asking
skin-headed motherfucker.
because I'm genuinely interested in people.
Well, I wish people weren't genuinely interested in me.
So here's the deal, Cole. I had a colleague once, and I won't say who this person is on the podcast, but this person comes up. We'll call him Joe, and Joe says, "Hey, where's Jim from?" Jim, born and raised here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
I already know where this story's going, and I got the exact same story. Tell me your story.
Yeah, so Jim, it's like Joe says, "Where's Jim from?" I said, "What? What are you talking about?" Now, I at that point, I worked with a lot of other colleagues from all over the world. Like we had folks from Iraq and from, where was that other guy? Like Puerto Rico, Mexico. We've had people from Afghanistan even. Anyway, so he says, "Where's Jim from?" I'm like, "What the fuck do you mean? Where's Jim from? Jim's from here. Like he's born and raised in Bismarck. That's what I'm thinking in my head, right? I say he's from here." He's like, "No. Like, what country is he from?" I just started laughing. I'm like, "What are you talking about? It's from America." He's like, "Well, he talks weird." I said, "Dude, that's a speech impediment,
right?" Yeah, I had the exact same story.
So I'm just really glad that person didn't ask the other person to their face. You know,
we had a guy who was calling one of these kids at work. He nicknamed him Jersey, and he called him Jersey for like a month and a half.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
And the kid finally asks him. He goes, "Why do you keep calling me that? Why are you calling me Jersey?" He goes, "Well, because you have a Jersey accent."
So
and I had to answer for the kid because the kid got so flustered. I go, "Dude, he's got a fucking speech impediment. Like, it's
so he sort of talked like he's got a little bit of a wisp, kind of.
Oh yeah,
kind of a wasquy
He's
wabbit.
the nicest kid, and he's a hard fucking worker too. It's like, yeah, exact same story.
Well, I knew
where you're going when you started.
At least the guy didn't say it to his face. That's another thing. But also shame on him for that guy for assuming the dude's from somewhere else. Oh my god.
I can't believe the kid let him call him Jersey for like as long as he did.
Well, dude, like if he's a kid, if he's younger, he's probably, oh, maybe it's a cool nickname that somebody gave. One of my coworkers gave me a cool nickname, Jersey.
So
you sound. Wait, are you saying that people from Jersey have a speech impediment?
I think they all have brain injuries.
Oh fuck. Well, maybe they do.
So you know where I went today?
I don't.
So
you're off early, so
I got off early.
I want to say. Oh, I think I know.
Okay.
Did you go to the little Odessa?
I did.
Dude, that's awesome. I thought about it. It was either between that or the Asian market.
No, I wouldn't be bragging about that. I love the Asian market.
Yeah.
But I've been there enough where I went. But I've only been to little Odessa twice. And the first time I got those pickled tomatoes, and they were pretty fucking bomb.
Yeah.
And this time, you know what I got?
No. What'd you go with?
I got duck pate
Oh, nice. You had mentioned that.
Pretty good, kind of spongy, but for $6, the taste was pretty good. I'll have to give you some here.
I'll give it a try.
And then I got 2 different kinds of pierogies.
Nice.
I got sauerkraut and potato.
Okay.
And I got farmer cheese.
Nice. Nice. Sauerkraut potato, I think, would probably be the one that I would go with.
I tried the cheese one tonight because I suspect I kind of know what the sauerkraut one tastes like.
Okay.
And I was like, I don't know what farmer cheese is. I want to see what farmer cheese is.
I think if I understand correctly, farmer cheese is just a really rudimentary kind of cheese. Like you could almost make it yourself out of, if you just add some sort of acid. Like I think it's usually lemon juice. To either whole milk or heavy cream, and then it separates. The curd separates from the whey, and then you squeeze it out, and then that's farmer's cheese. That's what I think it is.
Okay.
Friends of the podcast can tell me if I'm wrong, but I could.
Oh
be wrong.
yeah, and here's the other thing we were supposed to to address is someone sent us a question.
Somebody deleted
someone
Facebook.
asked us a question on the Podbean app, and we don't get notifications for that shit.
Yeah.
So we never see it. So this question was like from 5 months ago.
How are we supposed to answer
Well, yeah, we honestly don't know if we get any comments on our Podbean app. That's our podcast host site or whatever. If you do want to insult us or fucking I don't know,
correct our errors,
correct what Tayler was saying about curds and whey, or
curds, farmer's cheese,
or just make some kind of comment. All of these videos go up on YouTube automatically. Not video. All of these podcasts go up on YouTube.
The audio does, yeah.
The audio goes up on YouTube under Comic Can Coozie, and you can comment under there, and I'll get a notification for any comments there.
There you go.
And that's fucked up because none of those views count on our towards our listens. So it's really weird. I don't know. Guy was just saying, "Hey, your Facebook is down. Where can we leave a comment?" And that's where YouTube.
So going back to Little Odessa.
Yeah.
When we had gone there, I picked up some Jewish rye bread.
Yeah, and it went moldy as shit really fast.
Do you know why?
Probably because it was frozen and there was condensation in there.
Yeah, definitely. But I guess the reason I didn't eat it quickly was I was really disappointed. It tasted like a standard sourdough.
I had some of it. I liked it.
It was good.
But
it wasn't,
I want to know how much did you pay for it?
I think it was more. I would have much rather just gone to Walmart and picked up just a loaf of sourdough bread.
Yeah, because I thought it was good, but like it wasn't like completely special.
Yeah, like $7 for a loaf of bread. Sorry.
Yeah,
that's a little steep for me. For my taste, but.
$7 for some duck pate. That was totally worth it.
Now that sounds
like
what? It would be.
And those fucking pierogies, you get a whole shitload of them, and they're $11.59. You can go to the grocery store and get like a box of Mrs. T's pierogies, and there's only 13 of them in there.
Bullshit.
And they're like fucking $8. You get so many more of these pierogies at Little Odessa.
And I'm assuming they're imported.
Yeah, it looks like
or if they're not imported, they're. It's not
playing
like
footsie with me.
Wait, what'd you call it, Mrs. What?
Mrs. T's.
Did you mean Marie Callender? What the fuck is Mrs. T's?
It's a fucking brand that makes pierogies.
Just pierogies.
I don't know what else they make. They probably make other shit.
Okay. I had no idea. I'm not a big pierogi
What's
guy.
Marie Callender?
It's like frozen food.
Oh shit! I always thought that was a brand for like a clothing brand for fat ladies. Like Lane Bryant or something.
Fuck it. I have no idea. I know Shaq has a line of big man clothes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Shit, I didn't know that.
You know why?
Because he's a big dude.
He's a big fucking dude.
Yeah.
That's a smart thing. Like, if you got famous like Shaq or anybody like that, Oprah Winfrey.
Yeah. What about it?
I mean, you could just put your name on fucking whatever you wanted. You could sell your own line of vegetable juice. Just call it Cole's Old dirty vegetable juice.
Paul Newman already did that shit with salad dressing. And pickles and shit.
Hey, you know what? This fucking lady at work that I used to work with told me that her favorite salsa, and I should have known her being a small town white.
Are you going to
North
tell me
Dakota.
like corn and black bean salsa? Because that
No.
shit sucks.
No. She tells me, she says, this is my favorite salsa. It's by Paul Newman. And I've had Paul Newman stuff in the past, and it's always fine. It's good. But she said this mango salsa is so
Oh, you let me
good.
try that. That sucked so many balls.
So there's still like half a jar left. Well, there's probably more than a half a jar left. So
How much did that cost you?
I don't fucking know.
It had to cost way too much.
$5, $6 for a little jar. So I go to the section of salsa and I pick this up and I'm excited to try it because it's based on a recommendation. She says she loves this. She says she goes for like through a jar a week. That's how much she loves this. Big mistake. So I go and try this. It's fucking dessert salsa. First of all, how the fuck can you eat that with chips? Is my question. It's so. I mean, it is so sweet. It is almost like it's almost a preserve. Honestly,
Put it on some fucking toast.
honestly, that would probably be all right.
Because when I was eating it, that was my huge complaint was it was way too fucking
I bet
sweet.
you honestly it'd be great on toast. I am also a cottage cheese fan, so
Okay, there you go. Mix it in with some cottage cheese.
Yeah. So I mean, cottage cheese. You could. Some people like it with fruit. I like it with canned peaches or pineapple or whatever. But with the cottage cheese, it's pretty good. I don't know. But with chips, because that's what she was eating with. That's
You know
fucking
what?
Bullshit.
Your
dude.
cottage cheese suggests I was on board with you the entire time, and then you said, "I like it with canned peaches," and I'm like, "Okay, little white trashy, I can deal with that, right? I can deal with that." And then you said pineapple. I was like, "I fucking murder you.
I don't.
You don't put that shit in
I was
fucking
just thinking
cottage
of
cheese."
I was just thinking of canned fruit that I've had recently. I did not have the canned pineapple on cottage cheese.
Oh, I wouldn't even put canned. No, you got to get a real pineapple.
It was for pineapple upside down cake. So you kind of need that sugar content, that syrup content. I don't know. I didn't buy it. Ashley did. Looking at me like I'm the guy that has all the fucking pineapple in the world. No, Cole. No.
Dude, that pineapple you bought a couple weeks ago, that was so fucking good.
Oh, yeah.
That was juicy as shit.
Yeah. I love pineapple, dude.
Yeah.
You got that chamoy up there?
You know how much of that fucking watermelon I ate today?
You're gonna have the shits, dude.
I had a stomach ache.
You're gonna have the you're gonna have a case of the Dawes.
The watermelon crawl. I'm just butt scooting across the floor to get it clean.
That's what Fritz does, man. Actually, I've never seen Fritz do that.
I haven't neither.
Hey, Fritz.
He's been farting a lot today, and it fucking reeks.
It's because of the Cheez-Its.
Yeah, stop feeding him human food.
He's a dog, Cole. He deserves it. He's a human. He's more human than human.
Okay.
Rob Zombie.
Well, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. What else you got?
I can't think of anything. We've been watching Samurai Champloo. We just got through the worst episode.
Uh-huh. And next one is probably one of the most fun episodes.
Great. Yeah, you kind of set this episode up. So for the folks out here that haven't watched it, it's just about these three adventurers going from, where was it, Tokyo? No.
I can't remember where they started
They started in this small, I guess it probably wasn't Tokyo then, but they started in a small village and they're working their way to Nagasaki.
Yeah, they're trying to find this chick's dad.
They're trying to find this chick's dad, and it's just the adventure, the chaos that ensues with kind of, well, they got a officially trained samurai, kind of a badass street samurai, I guess you call him. I don't know. He's got all kinds of skills and whatnot, but it's an older show, probably 2006,
mid 2000s, yeah,
mid 2000s. Cole turned me on to it. It's a great soundtrack.
It's cartoon set in
anime.
It's an anime set
it's cartoon,
in the Edo period of Japan, but then they mix in a lot of modern hip hop shit in there.
Yeah. And just some of the modern stuff, and but yeah. Anyway, so that's kind of the setting, and there's a lot of like cool martial arts, and it's a really cool anime. And then
did we say what it was called?
Samurai Champloo. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And Cole said that the episode that we watched tonight was your least favorite.
I said it was my least favorite.
Yeah.
And I said that the next one was the first episode I ever seen, and it was probably one of my very favorites. But then when we were watching the last one, I looked it up, and under trivia on it, it said that most viewers of this show found this was the weakest episode in the entire series.
And I would tend to agree with that.
Yeah, that fucking episode sucks.
It's weird. It's just bizarre. You know what? Just bizarre. You know, I don't like when shows do that. I'm okay with shit happening within a universe. You know what I mean? So, like, if you establish at the beginning of the show supernatural shit happens, okay, I'm fine with that.
But then when you're like
but if you,
20 episodes in and then out of the nowhere, there's just
fucking
zombies for no fucking reason, and it never gets brought up again.
Yeah.
It's so dumb.
That is weird. That is weird.
And then the ending is so fucking
Why
vague.
not just put that at the... I don't know. Maybe they just want to try something with it, then they realized, but then they're like,
I
we're
think
under
they were
contract.
trying to make some kind of political statement about fucking dropping atomic bombs and people and shit, but whatever they did fell flat, and the message was not clear.
Very not clear. But anyway, I think we should watch more Samurai Champloo, Cole, unless you got something else to talk about.
Oh, fucking let's watch cartoons, man.
All right. So for Comic Can Coozie, I'm Taylor.
I'm Cole.